Okay, this is not Hachicho. That's definitely Enja. So Toya is probably gone. Why Umineko is doing this to me? I'm sorry you had to see this. Okay, emotional thing is over. Okay, no more crying. They can't do anything about this? Maybe it is how it works? Oh, and he started crying. This kind of emotions should be illegal. I literally almost forgot about this. It looks very similar. I cannot take this game. He said something. I will read that later. Oh god damn it, this is the end. Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another and possibly the last episode of Umineko that we have on this channel, at least from the main series, because this is the last tea party. This is the party for these who are unhuman, and this is the episode 8 tea party, so no more content from Umineko Chiru after this one, unless it's very long and I make 2 episodes out of this actually. It depends how long this tea party is going to be. Also, yeah, as I said previously in the previous episode, I will play the other short games from Umineko, so like Hane, Saku, and Tsubasa, I believe. But I did like 5 minutes search for them, and it's kind of pain right now to like find them anywhere to get them, because they're all like fan translated from what I get. So I don't know when we're going to play them exactly. Maybe not right after episode 8, but we're definitely going to this. But I need to like figure stuff out, how to like get them, record them and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to them, but I'm not going to give you like a specific date when we are going into them. So yeah, with that, let's just go to the last tea party of the Umineko Chiru, and let's finalize the story, I guess, unless it's like 2 episode thing. So yeah, let's just go. If you are on the premiere of this episode, then there's some special informations at the end of the episode, so keep watching if you want to immediately interact with whatever I want to say. And yeah, I hope you will enjoy this episode. What is going to be? Is it going to be Enjas? What do you mean decades later? Okay, are we going to see like adult Enja now? I mean, she's been adult because like she's been like 18, but how many decades do we mean? Like, okay, wait, hold on a second. Just wanted to be sure. So yeah, decade is like 10 years. So if it's decade, so it's at least 20 years of time skip. Right? So Enja is like at least 38 at this point. Holy shit. Okay, we have some banquet. It was the largest banquet hall in this huge hotel. The many guests that filled the room chattered and applauded the person receiving the award trophy on the top of the stage. Oh wait, we are back to Hachijo maybe? Because this is the only person I can think of that would get like an award like from like as the author of the stories, you know? Maybe it's going to be about actually... Oh wait, it's going to be about Toya, isn't it? The sign in front said, a big publishing company awards ceremony.
続きまして、小説部門に参りたいと思います。受賞作は皆さんもご存知。
Yeah, okay.
世界的な一大ムーブメントを巻き起こし、破竹の快進撃を続けるファンタジー冒険小説「作太郎の大冒険」です。
Sakutaro Great Adventure. I want to read Sakutaro Great Adventure. Can we please make it real? Is there a fanfic or something? Let me know in the comments. I need to read this. Oh my god. It is Sakutaro. Okay, I love this already. The projector in front of the audience showed a brief summary of the series. It was a lengthy fantasy adventure novel that was already more than 8 installments long. This is pretty much Umineko. The thrilling fantasy story told of the adventures of Sakutaro, a cowardly vegetal lion who makes friends, learns through his experiences, and grows in his search for the one fragment. They pretty much explaining Umineko. For one fragment, like one truth. Wow. She got really inspired by Umineko, didn't she? I mean, by like Rokujima incidents, I would say. The main character, catchphrase, "I'll become the king of the beasts." Okay, this is obviously the reference to One Piece, I think. Was even one of the candidates for the best phrase to come into the Modern Slang Award. In addition to being a thrill to read, the books also contained many messages from children to learn from, earning it high praise as an adventure novel that parents and kids could enjoy reading together. However, it hadn't received praise like this from the beginning. For the first 6 volumes, it went almost entirely unnoticed. But last year, when foreign translation of the series began, it got its big break and suddenly became a huge topic of conversation. Let me know in the comments if this is basically the backstory of Umineko. Did that happen to Umineko? Like, it's been like unnoticed really much, pretty much? And like the translation started after the 6 volumes or something? Let me know in the comments. I wonder if they really like paraphrasing Umineko here or not. Even before this series, the author had created quite a lot of works, but none of those had achieved any public acclaim. However, after the sudden rise in notoriety, her previous works were being re-evaluated one after another. It's probably fair to say that recognition of her works was very late in coming. But wait, didn't Hachijo or Ikuko, actually, I don't know how I should call her now. Federin. Didn't they say that Federin's very known for her, like, books and stuff? And they said now that the previous books of her did not, like, get an attention. So this is not about Hachijo then? Did Enja wrote the book? Is this Enja's? It's probably fair to say that recognition of her works was very late in coming. Kotobuki? Okay, this is not Hachijo. Okay, my thought right now is that Enja changed her name to Kotobuki. Because she wanted to be stopped being Ushuramiya Enja. And the only person who can like think about Sakutaro and make it parallel to Umineko is Enja at this point. Right? So it's like Enja Kotobuki now? That's her surname? She changed? She stopped being Ushuramiya Enja, right? So she became a writer. Actually. Publishing company executives repeatedly showered her with praise. Sakutaro Great Adventure. The author name was Kotobuki Yukari. I'm still going to assume it's Enja. So she changed like her like whole thing, like Ushuramiya Enja into Kotobuki Yukari. I don't think anyone else would think about Sakutaro Great Adventure. And Federin already is known as Hachijo Toya in public. Even though we know that Hachijo Toya is Butler, pretty much. And her, like, true name is Ikuko, right? So this one is actually Enja. Unless Hachijo Federin decided to change her name third time. But then people would recognize her on this event. So that doesn't make sense. So this is the only thing. Nearly all of her royalties were sent to a fund to supply needy children. And she herself served as director at several protective institutions. Yep, that's definitely Angel. She wanted to sell everything and gave it to charity and stuff. Some envious people tried to call this fake charity, but the more that people learned about her, the more those voices withered and died away. Kotobuki Yukari. Okay. Kotobuki Yukari. By now, that name rang loud and clear across Japan. She sat in a chair, cheerfully chatting with people who came to greet her. Last year it was discovered that she had developed a small tumor. Oh. And after the surgery, her physical strength had dropped sharply. Oh. Okay. Because of this, even in this stand-up hours party, she was given a chair and sat down while greeting people. Some people lamented, saying that if only she had been 20 or even 10 years younger, she might have left her mark in history as one of the greatest authors in the 21st century. It had taken so long for her to receive the prize she deserved. She could no longer be called young. Even so, her determination to write had not wavered in the slightest. The story had gone around that even during her stay in the hospital, most of her time had been spent typing away. She always said the same thing. That she hadn't finished telling everyone everything she needed to tell. Did she mean that she hadn't fully completed Sakutaro Great Adventure? This is how she answered when this question was asked by the journalist. If, by writing even one more book, I can teach just one more child how to find happiness, then I will spend the rest of my life to write every book, every page that I can. Wow. If you think about it, like her whole journey was to find the happiness, right? Because I still haven't fully conveyed the precious teaching I was given. Also, she got away with the murder, by the way. If that's the case.
先生、この度は受賞誠におめでとうございます。映画の方も大好評と聞いております。このままいけば今年度最高の記録的ベストセラーになるとか。
ありがとうございます。身に余る光栄です。
Sounds kinda like Angel, right? But like older one, or like she have like lower voice, like tired voice because she's been ill, right?
ああ、申し遅れました。
ありがとうございます。身に余る光栄です。
Maybe not sure anymore.
私、〇〇出版第一編集局長の〇〇と申します。
Okay.
これはどうもご丁寧に。いつかご一緒に仕事ができるといいですね。
Maybe I was.
先生、その唐突なお話なのですが、推理小説家の八条東也先生をご存知でしょうか?
Oh, okay. Yeah, we know about her. Or him, depending on what do you ask. This is a weird one.
八条東也先生ですか?
Huh. She recalled that name for the first time in several decades. So Toya is probably gone at this point, right? Like Hachijo. Because it's several decades, she could die from the old age already. She hadn't expected to ever hear it again.
ご存知ですか? ひょっとしてお会いになったことがおありとか?
いいえ、ありません。
You definitely did. Unless you are not Ange and I'm just like making up like some bullshit theory right now.
お尋ねしたこともありましたが、当時は私
Okay, so it is Ange.
それも唐突に出版社さんへ押しかけたものでお断りされてしまいまして。
Okay.
おや、それは初耳でした。
What is the soundtrack? Rain.
ひょっとして八条先生の作品がお好きだったりするようなことは。
いいえ、ただどのような先生かお会いしたいと思ったことがありましたもので。
そうでしたか、そうでしたか。実はですね、その八条東也先生がですね、先生に内々にお会いしたいと申しております。
So she's still alive?
私にですか？
はい、対談や何かというわけではなく、内々に個人的に
Okay.
お会いしたいということでして、もしお許しいただけるのでしたら、我々の方でセッティングをさせていただきたいのですが、もちろんこれは仕事の話ではございませんので。
Hachija Toya wants to meet Kotobuki Yukari. Just like I realized that Ito Kukuru was Hachija Toya, yeah, because her name is Ikaku, right? Ikoku? What was her name? I forgot. God damn it. Ikuko? What was that? Okay, never mind. You know what I mean. Ito Kukuro. Yeah. Did she use my name to get out my identity? The Rokenjima mystery, which was sometimes called the greatest social phenomenon at the turn of the century, that uproar which dragged the enthusiasts from across the world, had suddenly subsided after the event held by Hachijitoya, where she was going to unveil Shirmiya Iwa diary containing the truth. Though she had set up the event herself, she then outrageously disappeared without releasing the contents of the diary, drawing harsh criticism for doing so. However, at the same time, this event reassured a very natural feeling within the public that all of this was spraying into a terrible accident with many victims only for the sake of curiosity. Wow! The general public realized it finally. Holy shit. And so the frenzy surrounding the Rokenjima mystery faded away quietly. Okay. Hachijo Toya. No. Ito Ikukuro. She caught the public eye as a forger of Rokenjima mysteries. She claimed to have reached the truth and released groundbreaking works of the fiction one after another. She became famous as the driving force behind the Rokenjima mystery. After realizing that Ito Kukuro was Hachijo Toya, I went to her publishing company to ask for an interview, but I didn't get one. At the time, I despised her. Back in the beginning, I thought she might have used the Rokenjima mystery as the publicity stunt to advance herself. But now, I feel a bit grateful to her. If she hadn't refused to show the diary in such an outrageous way, the Rokenjima catbox might still be the plaything of countless goats. NJ is the only one who could sell something like this, or think. She's indeed a forger who toyed with the catbox, and I still have an uneasy feeling about her. However, at the time, she's the one who practically speaking allowed Rokenjima to rest in peace. And did she really reach the truth or not? How is that she reached something that even from my perspective was indefinitely close to the truth? Yeah. Even now, all those years later, that's something I'd love to know, if it's possible to find out.
いかがでしょうか、寿先生。もちろん急なお話ではございません。八条先生もお時間がいただけるならいつでもいいとおっしゃっておりまして。
わかりました。先方は都心に近い方ですか？
いつでも参上できると申しております。
わかりました。
では来週の日曜日に静かな喫茶店でお会いできるようお取り計らいをお願いしてもよろしいですか？
はい、わかりました。
Okay.
ありがとうございます。八条先生もお喜びになると思います。
This is going to be interesting meeting. Are they going to talk about Rokkenjima
はい、
again?
なんなりと。
お仕事の話ではありませんので編集の方はご遠慮ください。
Okay.
無論でございます。そのようにいたします。
私と八条先生の二人きりでお会いします。そのようにお願いできますか？
ああ、実は先生、ここだけの内密な話なのですが。
何ですか？
実はですね、八条東也先生はお二人で書かれている先生でございまして。
Oh god damn it, this meeting is going to be huge. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's decades, so they may not realize each other. But Anja is going to see Butler. Holy shit. This is going to be huge. It's going to be huge. I wonder if Anja will be like, wait, you remind me of my brother. I wonder if like Toya remembers Anja. I mean, he got like flashbacks, right? In the episode 8. Like of Rokkenjima. Like he remembers what happened on Rokkenjima. He must know who he is. How this will go?
対外的には女性の先生がお一人で書かれていることになっておりますが、実際はもう一人
Yeah,
男性の先
yeah.
生がおりまして、そのお二人でお会いしたいと申しておりまして。
This is going to be huge. So, Hachijo discovered who's Yukari? And said this to Toya and asked him if he wants to meet with her or something. Maybe he agreed on this. Okay, my question is, what kind of life Toya is going to choose? Because it's going to be a choice, right? Because he's been living as Toya this whole time. But by meeting with Enge, he can like become butler again, in a sense. Brother of Enge. On the other hand, Enge Ushnomiya is no more. So maybe there's like no point of bring back Butler. There's like many things that can go in this. It depends on like their mentality and what they want to do. Maybe they both want to like, you know, keep the past behind them. So they will like recognize themselves, right? Like, you're my brother, you're my sister. But they will not go further than that. They will not try to establish like connection as like family because they lived different lives for so long and they put the past behind them. And they will go separate ways anyway. Maybe they will just like, I'm glad to see you again, or something like that, you know? I'm so excited, let's go. As soon as I heard that, I felt a premonition. Oh my god, Anja have that feeling. How had Hachijo Toya, a person with no connections to Ushimiya family, managed to write about their private circumstances in such detail? Very good point. Toya remembers his family. I already felt a premonition of a certain kind of miracle. When I left my journey, I abandoned the name Ushirame Anja and stepped into a new life. By now, things had settled down. But back when the Sumadera family was still a threat, I wanted to distance myself from that name. Thanks to that, no one was able to get in touch with the new me anymore. However, this year, Sakutaro Great Adventure had caught a public eye. It had made the name of Kotobuki Yukari famous, and maybe that name had finally reached his ears. I used to play with a lion, stuffed animal called Sakutaro along with Mario Onechan. And that's what Toya remembers. That's what I said. Like, the only person who could read about this was like really Enge. That's why I thought like it's Enge. I didn't thought about like actually Butler remembering that because he didn't play with Sakutaro. But yeah, that's a good call. If those who knew this connection, the name Sakutaro with a hint of my own name, it's only natural that they would figure out who I was. The number of people who could recognize me from this was very, very limited. This person was also well versed in detective visual novels. And man, I could only think of one person who matched. After all, I had learned just how many detective novels he had kept piled up in his room when going through his personal effects. Holy shit, this is big. It's like ends just hopes and dreams, just like, oh my god, we are going to have like actually good, great ending. After all these years that she been searching for, having hope. It was almost the time we had arranged for our meeting. My heart was racing, almost like a girl in love for the first time. At precisely at the rush time, I heard the sound of the chime at the door. And they appeared. Holy sh... Oh! First of all, he cannot walk. Second of all, he looks like Kinzo. Whoa. Butler changed! He still looks like Butler, but on the other hand, Kinzo also looks like Butler. He looks like Kinzo. This is literally a young Kinzo. He went blonde also. I mean white hair. Is it because of stress? Maybe because you can get like white hair from stress as well. That's like, it's not like he must be old necessarily to have like white hair. He changed. Also, she looks sad. Hachijo looks sad actually on this. So Butler, like, health is not in the best condition if you think about this. If he must be like on the chair. If he cannot even walk. What is happening to him? Did he get like under accident? Maybe it's something else within his body? It was a man sitting on a wheelchair and a woman pushing him. My eyes immediately fixated on the man on the wheelchair. And right away I saw similarity in his face. He was unmistakably my brother. My brother. Ushimiya Butler. Holy shit. I cannot believe it. We actually got the sprite for Toya. For Butler. New Butler. Or Toya, how do I call him? I want to check characters. Also, I didn't check actually this menu for a long time. Yeah, he had the blue eyes. Yeah, I wanted to check if he actually had the blue eyes. So the same, like, to be sure. Yeah, blue, yeah, the same, okay. When our eyes met, he gave a little bow. I hurried to my feet and bowed back. It was a somewhat exuberant and silly way for a pair of siblings to greet each other after several decades apart. But the miracle I had waited for all those years had become a reality, and my mind was now completely blank.
寿ゆかり先生でいらっしゃいますか？
Hell yeah!
寿ゆかりでございます。先生方が八条東也先生でいらっしゃいますか？
はじめまして先生。今日は貴重なお時間を誠にありがとうございます。私は八条育子と
Ikuko, okay.
主に執筆を担当しています。こちらは東也、主に原案を担当しています。
Yep. Though the woman who called herself Ikuko was far older than me, she seems to be unbelievably youthful. It wasn't because she was good with makeup or dressing like a younger woman. It feels strange to say it. There was a strange mystique about her, as though she was immortal and never aging. Yeah. Then I quickly remembered that she had introduced my brother as Toya.
失礼ながら、お二人はご結婚を？
Good question, actually. Didn't thought about that.
結婚はしておりませんが、ずいぶん長く一緒におります。
そうですね。気づけば、ずいぶん長く一緒にいましたね。
Oh god damn it, I love this. Actually hearing and seeing Butler talking. Or Toya talking in Butler voice. My brother smiled as he spoke. When I learned that, at least for him, those long decades hadn't been a period of isolation and loneliness, I felt an incredible sense of peace and relief. I suddenly realized that he was staring into my face, just as I had been staring into his. After all, when he saw me last, I was just 6 years old. It must be hard for him to find any traces he can recognize. However, I'm sure he will recognize something. Just the same. We kept stealing glances at each other and looking away like a couple on a blind date. We were both at an age where outside appearances mattered to us. Even though we both knew we couldn't let our polite exterior falter, this humorous exchange was extremely embarrassing. I thought that when our fate reunited two people like this, they would hold each other and sob tears of gratitude together. However, it seems that the reality of it was different. But that's fine. It feels like my heart will explode with happiness.
注文を取りましょう。コーヒーでいいですか？皆さん何かお好みは？
私には酸味が強くないの。寿先生は？
ああ、私は何でも。では、カフェオレを。
I love how they just like keep calling themselves with the new names because this is their new life right now. They recognize each other, but they still want to push forward. Damn, this is sad and also awesome at the same time. I don't know how to feel about this. How stiff we are being. Even my brother seems to be finding it amusing by now.
さて。
When she said that, my brother and I fell silent, and Sapat tried.
私から？それとも東也から話しますか？
私から話しましょう。
Okay.
そのために今日は無理を
Okay.
するのですから。
Okay. As he spoke, he watched me calmly.
私は今日あなたがある人物ではないかと信じ
Oh yes, oh
こ
yes.
こへやってまいりました。
Yep.
彼女の名は後宮エンジェ。
Yep.
あなたの作品と先生のお名前を聞き、私はあなたが後宮エンジェさんに違いないと。
はい。その名を名乗ることをやめ、もう随分になります。
Yeah.
本名を後宮エンジェと申します。
I gave the exaggerated bow that I'd gotten to use, so used to those long years. We're both aged, haven't we, Oni-chan? I've whispered this in my heart. Now it was my turn. With a quick apology, I fished around in my handbook and took out a photo. God damn it! You can't do this! Oh, that's a new way to see their family. Holy... Oh my god, Umineko, you can't do this at the end of the game to me. You cannot do this. It was a picture from a trip I'd taken to an amusement park with Butler Onichan. I had many other pictures of us having a good time, but this one had the best shot of his face. I looked at him and photo. There was no longer any room for doubt.
トウヤ先生、あなたの本名は後宮バトラー
Son.
さんですね。
Holy shit, their interaction. This is so sad and awesome at the same time. I don't know. I like it, and I don't like it the same. I like it, I think, more. The hands of the clock inside me stopped. I wanted him to answer with a yes. Even though I was already so sure, I was still about to burst with attention. And then, when that instant that seems far too long ended, my brother answered.
そうです。
There it is. They finally met. As different people. Different identities, but they're still, their past is still their own. Unconsciously, I stared at my brother's face. Oh my god, this game. I'm sorry. You can't, like, why Umineko is doing this to me? It's been like this since episode 3. With unbelievable quickness, he would acknowledge that he was Ushimiya Butler. My eyes immediately filled and overflowed with tears. I took out a handkerchief and wiped them away, but I couldn't hold them back. Anisha was alive after all. So why didn't he come back to me right away? Well, he lost his memory, he didn't know who he is. But the good question is also, if you think about this, this is the thing I also questioned. Why he didn't come back after he regained his memory? Why he didn't search for Enja? Why? Maybe it's because he lived a long time as Toya, and he's like Enja, he wanted to leave the past behind. But that's mean that he left his little sister. We need answers from Toya. If he had been there during my darkest days, how much would it have meant to me? Normally, the thought would have made me curse my brother, but by now, even that emotion was softened. Because now that I was faced with the miracle of being reunited with Oni-chan, everything I felt before now fell away with my tears. At this moment I was happy. I wasn't all alone. That belief had kept me going for decades, and finally I had been rewarded. By now I couldn't even stop my tears. For some time I continued to sob and sniffle. Watching this, my brother hung his head apologetically. Why hadn't he come back to me sooner? It looked as though he was feeling regret for that. But I was sure he must have had some sort of reason. He had probably come here today to tell me about it and apologize. Already, just by him introducing himself to me today, everything inside of me had been washed clean with tears.
すみません。こんなみっともないところ。
無理もないことです。あなたは何十年もの間たった一人で家族の帰りを信じ
Yep.
信じてましたよ。帰ってくるって。お兄ちゃん。
I held out my hand weakly. My brother slowly held his out too. Then I gripped his hand. Regardless of how many long years had passed, it was without a doubt my brother's hand. Once more, I had to struggle to hold back the tears.
エバおばさんはクアドリアンに逃れて爆発事故を招いた。
I'm sorry you had to see this. I'm going to... Yeah. Okay, calm down. Okay, emotional thing is over. Okay, okay. They met, now they're talking. Now they're talking. Okay. Okay, no more crying. Now only awesome things. I mean, it's been awesome, but it's been sad as well. Now only happy things. Oh... Or maybe we'll see this in the next episode, their talk. You know what? I will save here. Just in case if this is going to be the next episode, because I don't know how long it is. But this is the episode where we met with Toya, with Butler. Let me know in the comments, how did you react when you saw Butler like this? When you saw their meeting? I wonder. After the explosion accident activity to Kvadorian. Oh right, and Butler doesn't know that as well. True.
お兄ちゃん、兄さんはどうやってあの事故を免れたのです？
Nicham Nisan, wow, she's trying her best.
私はあの日地下道に逃れました。
Oh, this is the magic ending.
それはクアドリアンに続く？
島の反対側の隠し屋敷に続く。
So this is just as I said. This is just as I said in the a previous tea party. No, not in the previous tea party. In the trick ending, I believe that both endings happened. So he really did go through the underground.
しかし私たちはクアドリアンではなく、
Yeah.
潜水艦基地の方へ逃れたのです。
We escaped. So Beatrice also been alive at that point. So magic ending really did happen. He tried to save Beatrice, who jumped to the water, or she lost balance and just fall into the water, whatever the case. Most likely she jumped by her own volition, because she would fight to go back, right? Try to get to Butler and everything if she wanted to live, but she accepted her fate. I don't know under what circumstances my brother entered the underground passage on that day. Yep, we have literally no idea. Also, if you think about this, because the game said that on the second day, the Rokanjima got destroyed. Eva survived the destruction of Rokanjima. When was the time when he managed to get to the underground and escape? How did you know that everything is going to explode? Is it because... Did Beatrice told him that everything is armed and they must escape? Or he just tried to survive with Beatrice and they escaped from the slaughter that happened there? Because it seems yeah, Kyrie went for the rampage and Rudolph, so he took Beatrice and tried to escape basically from the two murderers going around. And why it's the third day? Okay, maybe third day is just the magic perspective. Maybe they did it actually on the second day. It was just you know, it could be they went through the underground on the boat, then explosion happened and there were like waves and everything, you know, because the explosion. And then that's the time when Beatrice just like fall to the water, or both of them fall to the water maybe. And Butler is the one who survived actually. They could be caught in the blast, but on the ocean. It could be like that. At any rate, he went to the underground base, split up with Aunt Eva there, and escaped to the submarine base. Oh, so he went with Eva and they split up. So Eva knew that Butler possibly could be alive. There, he escaped the explosion and survived.
そこから私はモーターボートで脱出しました。ですが、その途中で
おそらくとは。
申し訳ありません。トーヤは記憶障害があるのです。
Yep.
海で溺れた前後の記憶が曖昧なのです。
Mm-hmm.
ひょっとしてしばらくの間彼は自分が後宮バトラであることを忘れていた。
その通りです。
Yes, that explains nearly all the riddles. My brother escaped from the explosion, but either his boat capsized during his escape from the island, or he fell overboard. Afterwards, he must have drifted somewhere, wandered about half conscious, and maybe got into the traffic accident. Just what happened.
彼はあの日、
Yeah.
路上に倒れていました。
彼女が私に気づくのがもう少し遅れていたら、私は二度と
Like,
目を覚まさなかったでしょう。
I never thought about Butler actually like surviving being washed away and everything, but I'm still surprised that I kinda predicted what happens to Butler. Like this like fun theory that I made like a joke, right? Like Butler just like got hit by the stone or something during the explosion and he lived as the like wild, like, you know, someone like wild in like Rokkenjima alone, and like no one pretty much found him, but he's like without memory and he just like lived there in the wilderness. So I kinda got this, but not necessarily. God damn it. I was so close. Can I read the spoiler tags in the Discord now? Or watch Iana Dream? Because I asked after episode 8 ending if I can watch Iana Dream, and you told me no, I cannot. So yeah, can I watch it now? If she had found me even a little later, I probably would have opened my eyes again. I wouldn't have opened my eyes again.
跳ねたのは私ではないかと、ずいぶん疑われた気もしますが。
Yeah.
いや、それはもう謝りましたよ。
This explains pretty much everything. Either because of the time he nearly drowned, or because of the traffic accident, my brother's memory was damaged. His memory must have come back eventually. However, by that time, I had already set foot into my new life at the Kotobuki Yukari. Oh, so that's that long time. So, the timeline is that at the time when Hachijo tried to show the Book of Truth, at that time, Angel was already on her way, tossing away the Ushiromiya name. So it wasn't connected at all. So she just like, yeah. So the skyscraper thing and the Book of Truth and the meeting happened in like several years. Or like at least few years of difference, because Enge was already under the new name. Maybe he tried to find Enge, but they were unable to, because she was already the Kotobuki Yukari. Okay, now the timeline makes more sense. Okay. Only a handful of people, including President Okunagi, knew where I was. Oh, he knew actually, okay. Even if my brother tried to contact me, there was a very good chance that he wouldn't be able to. So why they shoot Amakusa? Amakusa is dead. Ironically, the name I had been abandoned when I decided to leave in the future had delayed my reunion with my brother for so long. In that sense, I'm irresponsible. I did it to myself. However, I think I did receive the message that my brother sent me. It was through Ito Kukuro. I realized that Iko Kukuro, the forger who claimed to have reached the truth, was actually Hachiji Toya. And I did request a meeting with her for the publishing company to question her about why she was so sure she'd reached the truth. However, I wasn't granted a meeting. In the end, I heard nothing from them, and it's taken all those decades for me to meet Hachiji Toya. If the publishing company had only passed me my message on, we could have been reunited so much sooner. However, at the time, I was just Borghese's girl who liked to throw money around. Okay. Why would they pass on my message when I just barged in with no introduction and demanded to meet the famous and popular Hachiji Toya? We probably crossed paths several times. Also, do we have like new thing maybe about Butler? No? Do we have new thing about Enja? No. Actually, I should check the character tips in the main menu, I think. If just one of those had worked out, if we had been able to meet, just how much would my life have changed? But this was a fate. God had decided that a few decades were needed before the siblings reunion, and during that time my brother became one half of a mystery novelist. I became a writer of adventure novels for children. You could say that we achieved success in society. My brother and I were able to reunite after becoming successful. Now I could do nothing but thank God for bringing about this miracle.
お互いが作家として成功してから再会できたのも神様のおぼし召しでしょうね。当時の私は無名だったから取り継いでもらえなかった。そして私も兄も作家として有名になったからこうして巡り合え、これもすべて神様のおぼし召しだと思います。
当時あなたが出版社を経由して私たちに面会を求めているという話は、私たちのところへも届いておりました。伊藤育九郎の正体に気づいたファンが面会を求めているが、お会いになりますかと。
Okay.
押しかけてくるファンもたくさんいらっしゃったでしょうからね。いちいちお会いにはなれなかった。
Makes sense.
いいえ、あなたの名前が後宮エンジェだと担当者から連絡はありました。
Okay.
当時私はすでに東野の本当の名は後宮バトラであると気づいていましたので、あなたと彼を面会させるべきではないかと思って。
Did Butler decided that he don't want to back then? Was he not ready?
私が
Yeah, okay.
断ったんです。
So he still felt bad for like abandoning Angel for all this time when he didn't remember her. And he did not wanted to meet with her. I think he was like ashamed or something, right? Or maybe he was afraid of, I don't know. Basically he was afraid of meeting with Angel after all these years. He didn't know what to say. And after several decades he'd grown up, he kinda had the time to think things through. And stuff, right? Those were my brother's words.
今、なんと。
私があなたに会いたくないと断ったんです。
Let's see. Once more, my brother spoke clearly. I was completely confused. I could only sit there in shock and silence, waiting for the words that were sure to follow.
東野は記憶障害だった。
Yeah.
すでに申し上げたと思います。それがある日。
どうして 私だと分かってて断ったんです。
I cut through Ikuko's words and questioned him directly. What reason could my brother have for rejecting me? I couldn't think of anything. That unpleasant feeling brought up a long-forgotten feeling of anger inside me.
一人ぼっちの妹が孤独に押しつぶされそうになりながら生きているのをあなたは知っていたはずです。なのにどうしてその私があなたの元へ訪れるのを拒まれたのですか？
My brother hung his head. It seems more like he was lost for words than apologetic. Unable to sense that he even felt any compunction about his actions, I questioned him again in an even louder voice. When I asked for an appointment with Hajitoya, Ikokukuro was already famous as forger. Why did Ito Ikokuro forgeries reach the truth? It's obvious. My brother Ushina Butler explained to her what happened on the island in detail. So the appearance of Ito Kokuro proves that my brother's memory had returned. Therefore, he can't excuse himself for saying that he didn't remember me. In fact, no, he isn't trying to make excuses. On the contrary, he's openly saying that he refused to meet me, even though he knew who I was.
今となっては後悔しています。
Regretted what I did.
後悔って。私の気持ちを考えたことはあるんですか？この数十年間、人生のほとんどをどんな気持ちで私が過ごしてきたか。
Various emotions swirled inside of me. I realized that I wasn't in control of them anymore. I could only moan to prevent myself from saying something I would regret.
あなたにひどいことをしたと今は深く後悔しています。ですからあなたをあれからずっと探していました。
To apologize for this.
あなたにとっても私にとってももっと早くに出会うべきでした。
ならなぜあの時会ってくれなかったんですか？
寿先生、先ほどもお話ししました通り、彼は記憶障害を持っています。事故の後遺症です。
Yeah.
それでも記憶は戻ったじゃありませんか。
ええ、記憶は戻りました。ただそれでも後遺症は治りませんでした。
What do you mean?
私は後宮バトラの記憶を
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. So that's what I was referencing last time, or like in my previous talks. So he remembers being Ushimiya Butler, but this is like his past life. He's living as Toya now. So he refused to meet with Enja because he didn't feel like he's Butler. Because he lived his new life already. He felt like he's Toya. He had the memory of someone else in his mind. He had the memories of Butler, of his old life. So he felt like, I don't know if like, you think about this, like, I don't know, he got isekai and it's like reincarnation of Butler into Toya and he have memories from the past. But in his past life.
ですが、それが自分のことと思えない。受け入れられないのです。
Because you became a new person already, huh? So he don't want to accept what happened on Rokkenjima. Basically. So he refused to accept that Butler is he. He knows that he's Butler, but he refuses to accept this. Basically. He wants to forget about Butler at this point. I think that's the case.
自分のことと思えない。
はい。確かに私は島を脱出した前後のことは今でも記憶があやふやです。しかしそれ以外のことはほとんどを思い出しました。 例えばあなたが大事にしていたピンクの髪飾りは私が遊園地のゲームコーナーで取ってあげたものだとか。
You cannot. No. Stop.
ええ、そうです。私の子供の頃の宝物です。今もこうしてハンドバッグの中に大事にしまっています。
他にもいろいろあなたがひじきが嫌いでお母さんを困らせていたことや、それを私のお皿に移してごまかそうとしたことや
そこまで覚えていて、どうして自分の記憶と思えないのですか？
それが私の後遺症なのです。
Condition I live with, so that's why you're on the wheelchair? What's the condition that you have?
いくつもの病院を巡りましたがどうにもなりませんでした。
No. What's happening to Butler? What's happening to him?
あなたにはわからないでしょう。ある日突然知らない男の記憶が頭いっぱいに溢れ出すのがどれほど辛いことか。
You don't know. What happened? What's his condition? I mean, I guess this is like maybe I don't know what this condition may be have a name, but I guess he's referencing that, like I said, like you have memories of someone else, right? Like he's just like going to work and stuff, and then suddenly he thinks that he have like memories of someone else, and maybe this is like he's like getting like schizophrenic. Maybe he have like double personality, and they can't do anything about this. Maybe that's what he thinks. What's happening? I'm not sure, but I can see where this is going from. Like, you know, like you don't remember anything, you're living the life, and then suddenly boom, you like remember like 18 years of your life like suddenly flowing to your mind, and you're like, what the fuck are these memories? This is not me. Holy shit. To be honest, he cannot even be sure if these memories are his own. If you think he lived without memories, suddenly remembers stuff, and from his perspective it might be forged memories, it might be something that never happened, but ultimately he accepted them and decided to meet with Angel after all to clarify stuff, but he's not accepting them as himself. So Butler truly died on Rokkenjima. Whoa. It was a terrifying feeling of losing his own identity. The memories of a stranger filled his head, and they threatened to crush and overwhelm him. They were almost certainly his own lost memories. However, his brain couldn't accept them as his own.
辛く恐ろしい日々でした。
Yeah. True.
自分が知らぬ人間に頭の中を侵食されていくかのような。今日は明かりを消して眠ったら自分という私はもう二度と目覚めず。
I would never wake up again. So you would stop become Toya, huh? So he was afraid of like, oh my god, of like, I forgot who's Kachijo. I became Butler again. So yeah, he did not want to get back to being his old self. Holy shit. What a story. But I guess this is understandable as well. He's been afraid. It's not something that's like can occur normally to anyone. So both Angie and Butler both had their struggles during these years. Both were terrified. both were lonely in a sense. Because Toya had no one to really discuss the events, the memories. He was like left with them on his own.
明日の朝からは私の体を乗っ取った違う男が生活を始めるのではないか。そんな恐怖が数えきれぬほどの夜に私を苛み続けました。
Sorry, I will call you Toya from now on. Butler died on Rokkenjima.
彼も何度かはそれが自分の正しい記憶であると受け入れようと努力したのです。
The real memories, like I said, from his perspective, he even think that these are like forced memories that his brain just made up to fill the blanks after years. Not sure how schizophrenia works, but maybe it is how it works. I don't know.
自分は後ろ宮バトラであると何度も念じ続けました。
Okay.
ですがダメだった。私は私、八条東野なんです。頭の中にどれほど後ろ宮バトラの記憶が溢れようとも、それは私には他人の記憶なんです。私には後ろ宮バトラを受け入れることは。
As Ushimiya Butler said this, he hung his head as his eyes turned red.
彼はある日、自分と受け入れられぬもう一人の自分との板挟みに発作的に。
One day of anguish. Okay. He what?
運よく一命を取り留めましたが、その時の怪我から車椅子で生活せざるを得ない体に。
He tried to kill himself? What the fuck? He couldn't accept in defeat he survived the order, but the injuries he sustained forced him to... What the fuck? Holy shit, Butler. Toya.
そんなことが。
Wow. Now I see why he appeared in the wheelchair. And now I know why he refused to meet with me. He was afraid of me calling him Big Brother. Phew. He was terrified of meeting me, fearful that the part of himself that wasn't him would grow still further in his mind.
それでも彼は戦ったのです。自分の中に後ろ宮バトラがいる以上、あなたに会うのがその義務ではないか。そう思い、彼は何度も二人の自分の狭間で戦ったのです。
Then, in defeat, he... After Samuel died, it was only natural that Ikuko would tell him that he didn't need to remember Rushomiya Butler anymore. That's why she stopped writing about the... Kanjima. Bit by bit, he tried to forget that he was once Rushomiya Butler. Doctor instructions and medication. With that and Ikuko's diligent care, he slowly began to regain his peace of mind.
それでも私はあなたに会わなければならないと思っていました。正直なところ私は昨夜一睡もできませんでした。あなたに会うことが恐ろしかった。
Oh, and he started crying.
私は死ぬのではないか。
Would I die? Oh god.
そう怯えたのです。しかし私は今ここにいて、だから後悔しているのです。もっと早く私 私はあなたに会っておけば
What this game is doing this to me?
あなたも私の中の後宮バトラーもこんなにも長い年月苦しまなくて済んだだろうと思うとそれが申し訳なくて
The man who... Okay, I see how it's going. I see. As the man who was once Ushumiya Butler said this, had broke down crying. I was already beginning to understand. It really was true. Ushumiya Butler did die that day. Yep, just like I said. He died on Rokanjima. After all, didn't the witches say that he was dead so often with the red truth? They did! Even in like ending of episode 4, you were alone, yet I kill you. You are dying. How pathetic for the witch of future, the witch of resurrection, who swore that everyone would be together always. Switching to Toya because she understands now. They realized why I had called him Toya-san. And by calling this man by this name, I myself felt the agitation in my heart subside a little. You can't do this. This kind of emotions should be illegal. Holding hands, we brought our foreheads close and cried together for a while. Then we talked of the old days. He remembered many things vividly, even things that I couldn't remember myself. Each time they made me cry even harder, and he hung his head apologetically. And once I realized that my tears were hurting him, I just did my best to let him speak, nodding along with the strange look on my face, something between the sob and the smile. Even if he isn't Ushimiya Butler, my Oni-chan came back to me. Oh. Calm down. Okay, I'm calm. Welcome home, Oni-chan. Oh my god. To be honest, it could be it can be like third. I could even record this like in 3 parts, to be honest. I could end this like this. Maybe I will. Who knows? It's already gotten dark outside. Even though he had come from far away, he was willing to stay as late as this. We left the store. It's probably best if we don't meet with Mr. Toya again. If I don't meet with Mr. Toya again. Wow. Leaving the past behind, huh? It will cause him pain, and of course, I find myself bound to the past again. Yeah. Even so, just one more time. There was one place I felt I had to show him.
東野先生、最後にもう一度だけお会いしてくださいませんか。
One last time.
どうしても先生をご案内したい場所があるんです。
ええ、いいですとも。
Fuck, I love this ending. I love this backstory. But not the backstory, like the part of the story. What if... From my handbag, I pulled an invitation, which had been printed on a sheet of the A4 paper and folded into four. The pair of them unfolded it.
おや、これは素敵な催しですね。
そういえば先生は、小説の他にもいろいろとご活躍でいらっしゃいましたね。
その日にもう一度だけお時間をくださいませんか。
The event, huh?
それで私も兄も納得すると思います。
Okay,
東野先生も
let's see.
兄の記憶の重責から解放されていいと思います。
Wow, wow. This is so painful and beautiful at the same time. I never thought like...
予定は問題ないです。文庫の後書きさえ終わらせておけば。
Afterward, for the book finished ahead of time.
わかりました。寿先生、ぜひお伺いさせてもらいます。
ありがとう、東野先生。
The cold October night was a reminder that the winter was approaching. The two people who called themselves Hachiji Toya visited the city once again by Angie's invitation. A car stopped in front of a large building. Ikuko unfolded the wheelchair with the practiced hand, lent a shoulder to Toya as he got out of the passenger seat and helped him into the chair.
立派ですね。
福音の家。来るのは初めてですが、よく知っています。
Okay.
後ろ宮家が援助していた子供のための施設のはずです。
Okay.
育子先生、東野先生。
Why they're here? What's the event?
本日は福音の家までようこそいらっしゃいました。
They were welcomed by Angie and some staff members. This was the gospel house. Oh, right! I almost forgot. I was like wondering for a while, like this is something new. But the gospel house is the one that the Ushimiya's got servants from. That's institution made by Kinzo. I literally almost forgot about this. It's been so long since we had this name last time. Okay, now I know where we are. So that's how it looks. That's from where Shannon is. I mean, like, kinda. You know, like, forged papers, everything. A welfare institution for unfortunate children who had lost their parents, and also the place from where the stakes are from. Like the servant stakes. The Pokemons. The first generation, second generation, third generation. This institution was once dependent on the support it received from Ushimiya Kinzo. However, that support had been interrupted, and the gospel house had been faced to shut down for a time. Decades had passed, and now the institution will be revived. Revived by the hand of Kotobuki Yukari.
寿先生、お久しぶりですね。本日はお招きに預かりました。
Okay.
私たちからです。わずかですが、施設の子供たちに。
決してそのようなつもりでお招きしたわけではないのに、本当に申し訳ございません。
どうかお気になされず、未来の物語を紡ぐのはいつだって子供たち。彼らがいなければ人間の物語は続かないのですから。
子供は宝です。ですから、どうか役立ててください。
ありがとうございます。
Wow. What did you give there?
寄付金の用紙がありますので、ご面倒でなければご記入を。
The gospel house had been drastically remodeled in the recent years, in the hopes that children would one day be able to remember this as a fun place. Angel had used her own money to massively remodel it into the beautiful establishment. By now, she had accumulated a lot of wealth as a novelist, but even without that, she had been saving the tens of millions of yen she got from the Ushimiya group each year under the name of living expenses. This money had been used generously to help the children. Okay, so she got a donation, I guess. Okay, the interior. It looks very similar. Like, the decorations are very similar to what we had in the Butler game. In Butler's game in episode 8. Very similar decoration. When they came into the entrance hall, a cheerful scene was spread before them. Pictures and crafts created by the children. Every corner was filled with things on display. The contrast between this elegant building and the school atmosphere was amusing. The yells and laughters of kids running around drifted in from the distance.
悲しみにうつむいて、ここへやってくる子供も多いでしょう。それが、
Yeah.
あんな笑い声を聞かせてくれるようになるのですから。
人は誰だって未来を生み出し、幸せのかけらを見つける魔法が。
Hell yeah, magic is awesome.
ここはそういう魔法を教える魔女の学校なんです。
I love this.
作太郎の大冒険に出てきた魔女の寄宿。
Witch Dormitory!
あら恥ずかしい。東野先生もお読みになられたのですか？
先日のご縁以来、早々に読破しました。寿先生の文才のみならず、その温かなお心には本当に頭が下がります。
お恥ずかしい。どうぞ、そこの突き当たりです。
Pushing to a wheelchair, we advanced through the corridor and reached the great door at the end. The happy voices of the children came from the other side. Apparently, this was where tonight party was being held. There were several jack-o'-lanterns cut out of origami. Tonight was the Gospel House Halloween's party.
東野先生、これを。
なるほど。トリックオアトリートというわけですね。
He was handed a bag filled with candy. A teacher warned him in a small voice to watch out for rampaging children.
子供か。もう何年も触れ合っていません。
I guess so.
どうか子供たちに夢を語ってあげてください。みんなお客様を歓迎しますよ。
これは困った。何を語ってあげればいいやら。
原稿の持ち込みはよく出版社を選びましょう。
読者アンケートなんて気にしない。
それでは開けますよ。子供たちが待ってますよ。
Okay. And opened the large double doors. Yeah, the children are future, so this is like the symbolism of like going into the future, that just making a step to the future. This is literally Ushinomiya party. Holy shit! This is literally Ushinomiya building. This is Rokkenjima party all over again. She made this on purpose. For Butler. For the last time. Oh wow. Holy shit. At the side of the hall, Toya opened his mouth in wide-eyed shock. That was a great hall of the Uchinomiya mansion. No, this would be impossible. Even Beatrice is here! Oh! Yo! Angel, you... Whoa. They were clearly in the gospel house. Yeah, Butter will be definitely... Like, Butter's memory will be satisfied by this. Just coming back one more time to Rokkenjima with the happy memory of this place. Of remembering Beatrice. Of remembering all the fun stuff that happened. And then he can rest. He can finally peacefully rest. I cannot take this game. This house was an exact look-alike of the one on the Rokkenjima mansion.
素敵なホールですね。
Yeah, Ikuko, you don't know.
これはロケン島の後宮家のお屋敷のホールの再現ですね。
私の記憶の中にあるものを再現しました。細部が間違っているかもしれませんが。
いいえ、これは本当にあの日の後宮家のお屋敷のホールです。
And then Toya eyes fixated on something at the other side of the room. Battery's portrait, isn't it? Yep, it is. Yep, it is. It was a portrait. A portrait of Rokkenjima, of the master.
記憶のものに全く同じだ。
後宮金蔵が肖像画を描かせた職人が写真を持っていました。それをもとに書き起こさせます。
So it's really similar. I was simply frozen in shock. The long, large table was filled with Halloween party food and surrounded with children stuffing themselves. The teacher said everyone will have a guess. The children all looked at us at once, then stood up and ran forward. Cage of the marionette suddenly. Their broad smiles at the arrival of this long-awaited guest wrapped me up. The smiles and the eyes of the children welcomed me. Yeah, I know. I know all your faces. What?
お帰りなさいませ。遅いではないか。お待ちしておりました。
おかえりバトラ。おかえりなさい。
元気そうだの。
バトラ君。
おう、元気そうやな。
おかえりなさい。
ウリュウ、おかえり、バトラ。
みんな待ってたわよ。
おお、バトラさん。
ようやく主賓が到着ね。
おかえりなさいませ。
おかえりなさいませ。
バトラ卿。
おかえりなさいませ、バトラ様。
おかえりなさい。
よう、遅いぞバトラ。
待たせすぎよ。
You met with everyone once again.
やっと来たか。
He's back.
おかえりなさいませ、バトラ卿。
I'm
バト
sorry.
ラ卿に敬礼。
来たわね。
おめでとうございます。
お兄ちゃん、おかえり。
Yeah, man, Jen. Yeah.
待ちくたびれたぞ、バトラ。
Hi, Beato.
すまねえ。来るのが遅れちまった。
そなた、なぜ車椅子なんて座っておるのか。ほら、手を貸してやるからちゃ
Yeah.
んとせい。
The butter belongs to Rokkenjima. Bato's the fourth held hand of butter. As he said something. I will read that later.
俺は
聞け。ここにようやく我らは全員が集ったぞ。今宵黄金鏡はここに復活する。
Everyone was there. Everyone. And Beato hugged the butler strongly, tightly.
本当によく帰ってきたな。
帰ってきたぜ。遅くなったな。
I won't let go again. She's referencing the ocean.
離さない。
She's referencing the ocean.
永遠に一緒だ。
Oh god damn it, this is the end. Fuck. I'm sorry. I cannot like comprehend what the fuck is happening anymore. And the song is not helping. Oh god, I need to read the lyrics of this and everything. Guys, this is it. This is the end of Umineko. This is the ending. Butler finally is back. He is finally back to his family. He's back to like where he is supposed to be. He's back on Rokkenjima with everyone. With all the magic, with the stakes, with servants, with all the Ushiromiyas. For all eternity, he's back. Rest in peace, Butler. I just... Fuck this! I want to talk about this music, it's like making me not able to. Also, yeah, I have something to tell to you, like in general. I just didn't expect this to hit me that much. Oh god. What the end? What the end of the story? So Toya and Yukari, they started their new lives. Stop this, god damn it. Then you can fly in freedom. Okay. Final incantation. So Toya is his own self. Butler is satisfied. Butler is back where he's supposed to be. The Butler is gone. Edja is gone. They continue their lives. There's no more Ushiromiyas. I probably had to deal with this because of the copyrights, but... Damn. I take it state my beloved witch Beatrice. Is it not over yet? Wait, what? What's happening? They click? Okay. Also, that was the beautiful background. Okay, that's just the end. So that last sentence. Next episode. Okay, I'm confused. What happened? Oh god. And we still have the other song and ending? I don't know if I can talk through this. So maybe I will just skip this and... like, you know... or I will just mute this and like let you see the people who worked on the translation here and editing. Like, great job everyone. Wow. I have to say, Rikishi created like something else. That was something else. It's been amazing story, full of, even now, full of mysteries. It's been like the game, like from the game perspective, let's say, it's been kind of uneven sometimes. Some stuff could be like make shorter, I would say. There's been some minuses in the game, but mostly it's been freaking amazing. I loved how it went. Do you remember my first Furies in the episode 1? Wow. Now what's left is to like reread this like 5 more times, right? Whoa. Oh, this changed again. And we have characters. And tips. Is something changed here? No. The parties? No. Okay, let's check for really fast for the characters. If something happened, if something changed, it doesn't seem so. Something should happen with Butler, but it did not. Oh wait, what if we execute Butler here? Will it show Toya? We cannot execute Butler. Okay, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Where's Toya? Execute them? Resurrect. Execute. Why should you have resurrect? Oh, change. Oh. Okay, but there's like really nothing happened. I'm disappointed we don't have Toya here actually. Okay, let's go to the tips really fast before I tell you something. There's also nothing new. Okay, so that's the end of episode 8. And I'm not really prepared. I still don't have this ready, but I will have before this episode comes out. So if you are on the live right now, on the premiere of this episode, and you are on the chat, then I have something to tell you that you can interact with right now when I'm giving this speech. Oh, actually, wait. Before we do this, we can play Iana's Dream now, can't we? Let's do this. Wait, that was music box, right? Oh. Okay. Do we have everything? There's no way I'm missing something, right? Let's see. Okay, let's see again the picture box. I'm sorry, I'm like keeping you like, you know, on the edge of what I want to tell, but let me see. Because there was like a bunch of pictures that were like hidden or something. This is this one. Toya. Oh my god. So... Oh wow, we have like special pictures actually. Okay, let's see them really fast. So we have Erika portrait as a witch. Butler portrait, yes, a sorceress. Leon and Will. I like how on this picture Will fits the frame in the picture. This is Umineko Chiru. This one is some kind of like custom thing. Very cool. I like it. I like Erika face here. And this one. Oh, this is cool. Okay. So that's all the CGs. Let's play the Iana's Dream before we go and talk about more. Because now I'm definitely sure I can play Iana's Dream. So let's watch this. Apparently a lot of people like this opening. So let's see why I couldn't watch this before. I guess there was like Toya in this or something. Let's go. Whoa. That was the effect that we had with Lambda Delta and Hachija. Okay, this is starting very different. Probably will have to deal with this for the copyright strikes. Okay, Erika being smug. Here's Will. It really gives a lot of spoilers, I guess. But without context, it cannot be seen. On the other hand, oh god damn it, they really did a picture. I like the song. Wow, the duel, yeah. Butterpink. Okay, this is fire. This is actual fire. And also full of spoilers. The battle Bencast. Wow, wow. No wonder you told me I cannot watch this. Damn! Okay, this opening is fire. Love this. Was that the moon that shattered? Okay. Great opening, love it. So yeah. Now this is the end. And with that, I'm going to tell you, if you are right now on the premiere of this episode, because this is definitely going to be the premiere episode, then right now I'm making public the new series on this channel. So you can just go, click it now, comment under that new series, and also under the Umineko, of course, after we finish here. But yeah, new series is out there. What is it? Go and check it out, I guess. And yeah, we're going to play Tsubasa and everything else in Umineko when I figured stuff out, how to deal with them. Maybe I will do just one episode of this new series, and I will like follow through really fast with the Umineko stuff. And then we can go back with like second episode and stuff, or I will just like wove them sometime in the between. So yeah, thank you everyone for being with me for Umineko Chiru, and yeah, let me know in the comments what do you think of the series. And yeah, this has been an amazing time of like making Fury crafting, and we'll see you all in the next ones. So thanks, I will see you in the next videos. So leave up a like if you liked the Umineko Chiru, subscribe for more Umineko stuff, for more new series stuff, and yeah, streams and stuff like this. So yeah, check us with the Discord if you would like to, and Patreon if you want to support me. Thank you everyone once again, and for the Pocket Watch, let's go out.